I'm Shay Russell from mining.com.au, and joining me today is Frazer Tabeart, the Managing Director for Alma Metals. Frazer, it's great to see you. How are you?
I'm well, thanks, Shay. Thanks for having us back.
You've just announced on the 18th of June that you plan to drill a very deep hole, around 900 metres. Tell me, what are you targeting at these depths?
Yeah, so this hole's going to go into our Briggs Copper Project in Queensland. And what we're targeting here is a very intriguing geophysical anomaly that was identified in data that Rio Tinto acquired when they were the owner of the project. And what they've done here is there's been a helicopter-borne electromagnetic survey, and what that has done is it has detected areas of more conductive rocks, sort of between 300 metres and at least 650 metres depth. And that anomaly is right on the southwest edge of where our current mineral resource estimate is. And what's quite intriguing is that as we get deeper in our resource block model, close to this anomaly, that we're seeing some of the highest interpolated grades in our resource. So, we've got a very interesting geophysical anomaly. It may well represent more conductive rocks. In this case, we're hoping that means more sulphides, and really what we're hoping for is more copper sulphides. And it's spatially adjacent to some of the best parts of our block model, so it's a very exciting target, and something that we wouldn't normally test a hole this deep in our normal course of business, because we've been focusing really on the top sort of 200 to 300 metres to get an indicated resource on that area.
You mentioned it's something you wouldn't normally do. So what is the significance of drilling a hole this deep for the Briggs Copper Project?
Yeah, well, some of the things that we've seen in our drilling in the shallower part is that there are some higher grade zones within Briggs, and they're often geologically quite distinct. And there's something that's controlling that, and we're not sure what it is, but there's always a possibility that there's a deeper, slightly different composition intrusion or part of the overall intrusive system that is driving those high grades. And we've been sort of seeking vectors towards that, and this geophysical data has certainly given us a vector that we think is very interesting and certainly worth following up. So really what we're targeting is something that has the potential to be a high grade part of the Briggs system, and that would obviously have a big impact on our understanding of the system, but also potentially on the eventual economic outcomes.
Now, I know that you have been awarded a grant from the Queensland Government known as the Collaborative Exploration Initiative. Tell me, how does this help Alma Metals overall?
Yeah, well, it helps because obviously drilling a deep hole is not a cheap exercise. So we paid for the entire hole up front. We put in a proposal under the CEI scheme, and we've been very fortunate in being awarded the maximum grant possible there, which is up to $250,000 to basically offset some of the cost of that. So we pay for the hole up front, we complete the hole within the agreed time frame, and then we submit a claim and we get reimbursed up to $250,000. So it helps sort of defray some of the cost of what would otherwise be something that we wouldn't normally take on in the normal course of business, because 900 metre deep holes, that's a many hundreds of thousands of dollar exercise. So it's nice to be able to get some of that back with the support of the Queensland Government.
It certainly is. Also true, I know the geologist in you is going to be very excited to check that those rocks coming out of the ground. Listen, thank you so much for being here today, and I look forward to seeing you next week at the RIU Investment Showcase on the Gold Coast.
Yep, look forward to it, and we'll have some core there for everybody to look at.